Okay, welcome everybody to the press conference for the Philippines-Latvia game in this Olympic Qualifying Tournament here in Riga. We have Coach Kohn and Kai Soto with us. I'm going to ask Kai to make a statement first, then we'll give you the opportunity just to ask him a question or so because I think he needs to get to rehab, and then we'll ask Coach to make a statement, and then obviously you can ask Coach some questions. And again, the press conference is in English. So, and when asking a question, please can you let us know which organisation you're from? So, Kai, can I just start by asking you for your initial thoughts on what was a great game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really great game tonight. We all know how great Latvia is, and we really prepared so hard against Latvia and their players. I think we just came out strong tonight, and I mean, we had some rough couple of minutes in the second half, but we just hung on, and we just believed in each other. We just followed Coach Tim, and I'm very blessed and very happy that we got the win tonight, and no one got injured, and I'm just happy that everyone contributed for the win.
Before we let Kai leave, is there a question for Kai? Okay, thanks. Kai, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach, if you can just give us your initial thoughts on the game. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, I'm totally shocked to be sitting here in front of you guys after winning this basketball game. This is not something we thought we were going to do. I'll be honest with you. We wanted to come in and compete and really put on a good show and we got started early. We hit shots early, and then thankfully Latvia missed shots, and also Zagars didn't play, so that was huge for us. He's that guy that goes out there and controls tempo for them. But it just turned out, we got momentum, and we just never really lost it. There were a couple of stretches, as Kai said, that we kind of lost our way a little bit, but it just seemed like when Latvia was just about ready to make a huge run at us, they would miss an open three-point shot, and it was just one of those nights for Latvia. They just weren't hitting shots tonight. Got to credit our guys and their defense. I mean, we were doing our best trying to defend everybody, but still, I'll be honest, I really am shocked to be here, but we didn't come here to win one game. We hopefully can move on and get to the next round and have a chance to maybe play Latvia again in the finals.
Thank you, Coach. Questions at the front here?
Hello, Coach. Kristians Dilans, sportsense.com. In the first Latvia's game against Georgia, Davis Bertans slipped like countless times when setting a screen. Today, not so much. Can you talk us through your defensive plan against him slipping?
Well, if I tell you, I have to kill you, right? No, yeah, we were very conscious, obviously very, very conscious of him. We played him with a smaller guy who could be quicker. You look at their lineup, our big guy had to go out and guard Kuruks, 0-0. So we put our big guy on Kuruks and then kept the smaller guy on Bertrand's, number 8. And yeah, we were prepared to chase him, and we were prepared to stay with him, and we were prepared for him to slip screens, go screens, and that was just part of the game plan. But gee, the guy still made some incredible shots. He's really an incredible shot maker. Watching him in Georgia, and then we were going through all the video we were preparing for him. We were going through all the video against Germany and all the teams in the World Cup and everything, and I mean, the shots he makes are just phenomenal. And you just kind of hold your breath and hope he misses, because we didn't have a 6'10" guy getting a hand up in his face. We had to really try to slide up into him and then hope and pray that he would miss. And tonight he missed, so went to our favor.
In the front again.
Good evening, Coach. Cesare Milanti, FIBA. Congrats on such a huge victory for you guys. If I'm not mistaken, you've been coaching in the Philippines since 1989.
Yes.
Is this one of the best nights of your coaching career?
Certainly. I mean, anytime you can get to the international arena and have success, I mean, that's a huge feather in your cap for not just for me, but for all the players and all the people back home. I grew up in the Philippines, so, you know, I've been there my whole life. I went there when I was 9 years old. So, and people know that about me, and they know that, you know, I'm basically Filipino, although I have blonde hair and green eyes. But so it's a feather in our cap for everyone. You know, we just came off winning the Asian Games, which was the first time in 61 years that we won the Asian Games. So that was huge for us as well. So, you know, this is what our country is so. I don't want to talk your ears off. I'm probably giving you more information than you need. But our country is so passionate about basketball, and I think everybody pretty much knows that by now after the last World Cup. We are so passionate about the game, and so for us to have success on the world stage really means a lot to what's going on back home, because this is what we've always wanted. And so this is a big, huge step for us to be able to play a Latvia team at home, and just go at them, face to face and come out with a win. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing for us. But like I said, we're not here just to win one game. You know, we really want to try and get to the finals and see what would happen if we get to the finals. That's really the goal.
In the front row, there you go.
Hey, Coach Mindaugas, BritishBasketNews.com.
Sorry, I can't hear you through the. Say again.
Mindaugas, BritishBasketNews.com. You face a lot of scrutiny and pushback for your triangle offense, whether it's still viable in today's game, whether you have to choose just 12,
you noticed, huh?
just 12, whether you have to choose just 12 guys for a training camp, and you ended up playing with 11 already. How satisfying is to you now to prove all those critics wrong and win against the 5th-ranked team?
Well, I guess I'm still a dinosaur at heart, playing the triangle. I've been playing the triangle for 30-plus years. I was mentored by Tex Winter of the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers both. He was the assistant to Phil Jackson. And so I just enjoy living on his legacy, keeping it going. But it's an offense that I believe in. I believe, it gets a lot of critics. There's a lot of critics of it, especially when it went to the New York Knicks. The people started really downing it. And even I left it for a couple of years because I was like, everybody must be right? If everybody's saying it's a bad offense, they must be right. And then, but I did as much as I could for 2 years without it, and then I went back to it. And it's been my best friend ever since. So when I came into camp with the players, I told them, this is what I know best. This is what I can teach best. And so we're going to live and die with this. And it's, people aren't as familiar at it now than they were 15, 20 years ago when Chicago and LA was running it. So I guess that's an exaggeration, 10 years ago. So I'm enjoying running it, and I've always enjoyed running it. And I'm just proud that we're able to do something with it, It's an offense, if I may say, that plays at a tempo in which you can play defense. And that's why I love it so much. And I'm kind of famous for the triangle, but I really feel I'm more of a defensive-oriented coach. And that offense just helps me run the defense. Again, more information than you wanted to know.
Any other questions? You can ask one more, and then we'll call this last. We'll take this as the last question.
All right, so one more. Obviously, winning against Latvia is going to be huge in the Philippines. It's 2 a.m. currently there. Does that win put more pressure on you to advance through the next stages, or
Good
just
question.
puts wings on you to get better and win all of the remaining ones?
Well, whenever you win a game, the expectations go up. So then you have to keep chasing the expectations, and hopefully we won't feel that. Hopefully we can get that communicated to our team that we can't play to expectations. We just play to the way we can play. So, Yeah, like I said, our country is so passionate about the basketball that there's just so much, there is a lot of intense pressure to succeed. And I know it seems like we haven't been successful, but that doesn't mean anything to our team to suddenly, I mean, they want us to be successful all the time. So we have to turn around and play Georgia tomorrow, 3 o'clock, early game. And our country's going to expect us, especially after winning tonight, they're going to expect us to win tomorrow. And it's going to be a really tough job for us to beat Georgia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Congratulations, Coach, and good luck for the rest of the competition.
I hope I get to see you guys more in the second interview.
Welcome to the second part of the press conference for the Philippines Latvia matchup here at the Olympic Qualifying Tournament in Riga. We have Rodions Kuritz and Coach Monkey here. Rodions, if you'd like to make a statement, your initial views on the game, we'll give people the chance to ask you a question and then you can leave.
To ask the questions and I'll answer them.
You have an initial view or you just want to take questions?
I'll just want to listen to questions.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Rodions?
Good evening, Cesare Milanti, FIBA. Rodions, what do you think was the missing piece tonight? Because, I mean, a lot of people were not expecting this from this game, so...
I feel like we didn't execute our offense and then didn't do our job in defense. What was the initial plan from the beginning of the game? That was the initial focus. We let them play their game, and we didn't play physical enough against their bigs, and they could just, you know, they were just running whatever they want. And on the offensive end, we just didn't make our shots, and we were kind of I don't know, lost our energy in defense because of that, and we were lacking in defense because of that.
Any other questions for Rodions? No? Can I just ask you one thing before you go? I think your tempo as a team has been so good over the last few tournaments and games. It looked a little slower tonight. Is that how it felt for you on the floor?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because against Georgia we played really fast, our basketball, our game. And that's why we made so many shots, and today we had a lot of turnovers, and like I said, we played bad in defense. They scored a lot, so we can't run when they score, and they also run off our turnovers. So I think that was also like bad for us, for our team.
Okay, thank you. If there's no other questions for Rodions, you've got some recovery to do, I assume, so. Okay, thank you. Coach, can you just start with an initial response to the game, reaction to the game?
Yeah, the first thoughts is to congratulate with our opponent who had a great game. I believe excellent performance from the very beginning. They were very sharp. They imposed their physicality, but also their sharpness to find every time a good solution in offense. From our side, there is a good lesson. We are in the tournament. That game can help us to set the tone of such a tournament. You know, you saw probably the result. Yesterday, Croatia had an amazing win against Slovenia, and today they lost New Zealand, with a team who arrived in a tournament fresh, and like Philippines tonight, they had the possibility to, from the very beginning, to use all their weapons. I would say I was expecting from our side to boost or to receive some boosters from the guys, from the squad, but unfortunately the game started immediately bad, and that created a sort of panic in the team. We become rushed. When you see the number, you can understand that we had a lot of trees, most of the time open, but the feeling was that we were trying to bring back the inertia of a game that unfortunately we lost from the beginning. So we have to congratulate, because our opponents played a very good game, very solid. On the other hand, for us, it's a matter just to reset and focus on the next step of the tournament, being conscious that we need to elevate the quality of our basketball, but also, let's say, mentally stay in the game, because as I told, for us, for everybody, tonight will be probably a turning point of our tournament, to understand what we really need to continue to believe in our possibility to win the tournament.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for Coach, please? In the front here. There, yeah.
Toms, sportsense.com. Coach, can you elaborate on decision not playing Artur Žagars and playing Marek Smejers just around 5 minutes?
Sorry?
Can you comment?
Žagars and who else?
Marek Smejers.
Okay. About Artur, unfortunately, was a medical decision. He suffered an injury yesterday during the game. We went for images this morning, and medical staff suggested to protect him. We supposed to have the possibility to overcome in a semifinal, and make him play tonight was too risky. About Marek, unfortunately, fouls impose such choices. He went early into fouls. He went early in his third foul. After, unfortunately, we missed the free throws, because this is the game. Tonight, every time something can happen against us, was happening, and he fouled the third time in a row. And from that point till the end, I decided to go with different lineup typology, trying to stretch the floor more and try to go into some early action. So good or bad, unfortunately, the season was connected with injuries, with foul problems, and with technical, tactical situations.
No further questions for Coach? One at the front, and then we'll take this as the last question for Coach.
Milgos Bertys, basketnews.com. The coach of the Philippines mentioned that his preferred system and the system he runs is the triangle offense. Yeah. And you would very rarely see it in Europe or international basketball. How tough is it dealing with it, both offensively and defensively?
You know, especially it's very difficult when you have only 24 hours to adjust. After we finished the game with Georgia, we had a very few hours to rebuild our energies and to direct our focus against a team that, no matter of the system, has a very specific characteristic. because better to talk also about their defensive system, not only offensive system. Of course, offensively, tonight they show great performance. Especially in the first 3 periods, they score almost everything. Some buzzer beaters, end of the first period from half court and end of the 24, using the boards and everything. Tonight, everything was going to the basket, was going in, you know. But I believe that also defensively, their system and their size and their lineup typology closed the paint very well. It cost 40 and more shot by 3 points, and we score only 10. So I would say their decision to collapse the lane was successful. Their size allowed them to control the rebound. And if I have to compare with yesterday, of course, we had the less second opportunity, but by the numbers, anyhow, we collected 10 attempts more than Philippines, okay? The quality of the shot, not always the best, and the selection of the shot, not always the best. You have to be very accurate. Of course, they have an efficient offensive system. It's not simple, is not common, let's say, not only in Europe, but in general, is not common to have teams who runs such a system. It takes time. I know that the coach is a long time coaching and, let's say, sharing these basketball ideas around the country that affect the player style and that allow the team to have a very clear identity on a court. But I believe that also defensively is a team that you have to attack with better poise and better, let's say, focus that we did tonight. My personal opinion.
Okay, we'll wrap the press conference up. Thank you, Coach. Good luck for the rest of the competition. Thanks. Thank you.